Viewers, 2 days after Kumar Vishwas, yes, one of the founders of the Aam Aadmi Party, who of course had a massive and public falling out with its current boss, Mr. Kejriwal, came out and said that the Aam Aadmi Party has links to separatists. The charge that he made has snowballed into a massive controversy. And that too, viewers, just 48 hours before Punjab goes to polls. After Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Channi wrote to Prime Minister Modi to probe the separatist links, Arvind Kejriwal has broken his silence, and we've just reported here on Times Now, viewers, that Amit Shah, the Union Home Minister, has also come out and said that he is going to be looking into these claims, these charges. But Kejriwal is not amused, even though he may appear to be. He dismissed the allegations leveled against him and dared the authorities to arrest him if he has any separatist links. He took a dig at his rivals, claiming that it seemed like they all gathered each night to find new ways to target him simply because he is widely perceived to be sweeping the election in Punjab, something that even Ashwini Kumar, a Congress senior functionary close to the Gandhi family and just exited the party 2 or 3 days back, confirmed. Kejriwal claims, viewers, that just like in 2017 when there was a scurrilous attempt to sabotage his campaign, these separatist links are suddenly being drawn up. And if you think about it, viewers, look at who's making the demand for a probe: the Congress party. The Congress party that has amongst its ranks a Khalistani apologist, viewers, in the form of a singer turned politician by the name of Sidhu Moosewala. Viewers, the BJP has also stepped into the breach, picking up a 2017 clip of a former Aam Aadmi Party member to make these claims. Well, Mr. Kejriwal has, of course, put up a stout defense. Let's first listen in to the charges that are being hurled against Mr. Kejriwal. Listen in, viewers.
एजेंडा क्या है इनका? और ये जो पार्टी का नाम है ना, AAP, इसी में इसकी असलियत, इसी में इसका मतलब छिपा हुआ है. AAP मतलब अरविंद एंटी पंजाब.
पहले भी उनकी इंक्वायरियां चल रही हैं कि उनको बाहर से फंडिंग जो आई है उसकी इंक्वायरी कुमार विश्वास ने मांगी है, और कुमार विश्वास इस पार्टी का विश्वास पात्र रहा है और उन्हें सारी चीजें अंदर की पता है. और अगर वो उनका अंदर का बंदा बोल रहा है, इसका मतलब ये सीधा निकलता है कि ये मामला बहुत गंभीर है और केंद्र सरकार को गंभीरता से लेना चाहिए.
क्या ये सच्चाई नहीं है? पिछले असेंबली इलेक्शंस में इन्होंने खालिस्तानी समर्थकों के साथ उन्होंने अपनी वहाँ पे रुके थे, उनके घरों में रुके थे. तो इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है, ये पहली बार नहीं कहा गया है. और आई थिंक कुमार विश्वास जी जो कह रहे हैं, वन ऑफ द फाउंडर मेंबर्स हैं, उन्होंने प्रक्रिया देखी है, उन्होंने इनका फंड रेजिंग टेक्निक देखा है, और अगर वो आरोप लगा रहे हैं तो इस पे गंभीर विचार होना चाहिए.
He did want to become Chief Minister of Punjab, and he did go around for about a year testing the waters. When he found he was not getting the right reaction, he stopped. But I don't know about the Indian, whether he wants to become Prime Minister. If he does, then he's a very foolish man.
Well, viewers, Kejriwal came out and he offered a point-by-point rebuttal. Listen in.
ये कह रहे हैं कि पिछले 10 साल से केजरीवाल देश के 2 टुकड़े करने का एक प्लान बना रहा है, षड्यंत्र बना रहा है कि देश के 2 टुकड़े करेंगे और उसमें से एक टुकड़े का प्रधानमंत्री मैं बन जाऊंगा. मतलब ये ये तो कॉमेडी है, ये तो हंसने वाली बात है। ये हो सकता है क्या? तो मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ इनकी, ये तो इसका मतलब मैं बहुत बड़ा आतंकवादी हो गया। तो ये इनकी सारी सिक्योरिटी एजेंसीज क्या कर रही थी? मेरे को गिरफ्तार क्यों नहीं किया? इनकी एजेंसीज क्या कर रही थी अभी तक? तो ये ऐसी हास्यास्पद बात है।
Well, let's go into more details, viewers. This is what Kejriwal says. If the Prime Minister knew I'm pro-separatist, why didn't he probe me earlier? Surely it doesn't take Kumar Vishwas to wake up the system. Claim of me trying to bifurcate India is laughable. If I'm a big terrorist, what were security agencies doing? India's biggest party is mocking the country's security. I must be the sweetest terrorist to build schools and hospitals, etc., etc. I've been elected back by the Delhi electorate several times. Viewers, of course, there are two individuals beside Kumar Vishwas who have tried to link the Aam Aadmi Party in the past to radicals or radicalism. KPS Gill needs no introduction. The late KPS Gill, of course, was India's super cop and someone who single-handedly brought down or broke the spine, really, of the Khalistani separatist movement. He said Aam Aadmi Party providing platform to radicals. In 2018, Gul Panag, former AAP leader, poorly calculated flirtation, one that I warned against. So she said that she also flagged this, thought K-Gang had electoral weightage, we knew better, and therefore we said nothing doing. Don't touch them with a barge pole. And KPS Gill said with AAP, influx of radicals from foreign countries is a real possibility. Now, why were these individuals saying all of this, of course, is something that at least Gul Panag can be asked by some of the agencies. We've just broken news about 20 minutes ago, the only channel to do so, that Amit Shah has decided to entertain Chief Minister Channi's plea ordering a probe, and I'm going straight across to Madhav Das Gopalakrishnan. Madhav, what can you tell us about that plea?
This is a 3-paragraph letter that has been written by the Home Minister to the Chief Minister of Punjab. We remember how earlier, apart from the Prime Minister, Charanjit Singh Channi, the Chief Minister of Punjab, had also written to the Home Minister on this issue of alleged ties between SFJ and Aam Aadmi Party, and of course the fact that they are being helped in the elections. Now, Amit Shah has written this letter that we've just broken a short while earlier, and he talks about आपके द्वारा जिसमें लेटर जिसमें आम आदमी पार्टी के सीख फॉर जस्टिस जैसे अलगाववादी एवं प्रतिबंधित संस्था से संबंध रखने, चुनाव में सहयोग देने के संबंध में जो जांच का अनुरोध किया है. So the request for a probe into the links between Aam Aadmi Party and Sikh For Justice, which is a known separatist and banned organization or restricted organization. He goes on to say that आपके पत्र के अनुसार एक राजनीतिक पार्टी का देश विरोधी अलगाववादी एवं प्रतिबंधित संस्था से संपर्क रखना और चुनाव में सहयोग प्राप्त करना देश की एकता एवं अखंडता के दृष्टिकोण से अत्यंत गंभीर है. इस प्रकार के तत्वों का एजेंडा देश के दुश्मनों के एजेंडा से अलग नहीं. यह अत्यंत निंदनीय है कि सत्ता पाने के लिए ऐसे लोग अलगाववादियों से हाथ मिलाने से लेकर पंजाब और देश को तोड़ने की सीमा तक जा सकते हैं. So he is taking it very seriously. He says this is nothing short of shaking hands with those who are enemies of the state, enemies of the nation, and it is also shocking that they can go to any extent, which includes, breaking Punjab or breaking the nation. So this is something that the Home Minister says he is going to take very seriously. The last line is important. He says भारत सरकार ने इसे अत्यंत गंभीरता से लिया है और मैं स्वयं इस मामले को गहराई से देखूंगा. So the Home Minister saying he will personally look deeply into this entire matter. Very, very significant statement coming in there.
Now, of course, if you were to go, viewers, by what the BJP says and the centre says, then there are two parties that should never be ruling Punjab. One is the Congress and one is the Aam Aadmi Party. So if that were the case, then there are two big parties that are out of the fray already, or at least that's the import. Why Channi is writing now to the Home Minister and why everyone is suddenly striking common cause is an interesting point, and I want to go across. Now, viewers, the Aam Aadmi Party has not sent any spokesperson to this debate. They usually don't. They see me as someone who is unfair to them. But I have to say, in this particular case, my curiosity is piqued because there are, and I want to begin first with two of the non-political voices, Dr. Anand Ranganathan and Dr. Suman Siraman. I want to first begin with you, Dr. Ranganathan. There are, two entities now in this country that the centre says are linked with either the ISIS or with Khalistani separatists. One, of course, being the PFI. And it has the great ability to survive in our system. And now it appears to be the Aam Aadmi Party. The evidence that was proffered by Mr. Malia, the head of the IT cell, Mr. Malviya of the BJP, is a 2017 clip of Gul Panak speaking. I'm sure she's not someone who's given to exaggeration. But if all of this is so available in public domain, then why do we have to take Kumar Vishwas's word for it, who's not really the most redoubtable character in Indian politics either? So I want to ask you, Dr. Ranganathan, what do you make of this? Either the Indian state is sleeping at the wheels, that they've allowed another chief minister who claims to have had, or who they accuse today of being in league with the separatists to have the keys to Delhi's secretariat for now almost 2.5 terms. Or this is a complete political charade that we should just laugh off because perhaps Mr. Kejriwal is going somewhere in Punjab.
To all my channels, I think it is it's a bit strange, and it also reflects a bit on the nervousness and anxiety of Aam Aadmi Party that they haven't sent their spokesperson. They should have, if they believe in transparency and they have nothing to hide. But other than that, there are two things here, Rahul. And number one, I don't think this whole brouhaha is about so much about the fact that Kumar Vishwas is goading Arvind Kejriwal to answer him as to his allegation that he would have loved to become the Prime Minister of a breakaway state of Khalistan, if not the Chief Minister of Punjab. I don't think people truly expect Kejriwal to have said it. A. B. Kumar Vishwas should have provided the proof. But I don't think that is the question. The question is very simple, and here, that is why I lament the AAP spokesman not being there, because the question is this, that the voters want to ask a very simple question and want a very simple yes or no answer. The question is, do Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party believe Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale was a terrorist? Yes or no? This is the question. And till now, both Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party have not answered this unequivocally in yes or no. Do they believe that Bhindranwale was a terrorist? So the question is not what Kumar Vishwas is asking, because I personally, I don't really care. I don't think Kejriwal would have said it. That's my personal opinion. If he did, that is ridiculous, but there should be a proof for that. But the thing is...
But tell me, Dr. Ranganathan, this is a very important point. No doubt it's a very important question. It's a rhetorical question. We don't have the AAP spokesperson here. We have Dr. Suman C. Raman that might be sympathetic to their point of view and could speak up for them. I don't know. Sanjay Jha is there for the Congress. He might want to attack the AAP or defend the AAP. But I want to ask you a question, Dr. Ranganathan, because, we've been on these panels so often together.
Yes.
And, you often referred to this Bhindranwale photograph that has been hanging in the hallowed halls of, one particular quarter of the Golden Temple. Now, we've had the SAD and the BJP in power several years in Punjab, but I didn't see that photograph being removed. Does that mean that the SAD and the BJP were also sympathetic to the Khalistani cause, or also paid obeisance to the Bhindranwale, and his thoughts and everything? Because I have him certainly, staring out from his frame at them every day, and the SGPC for the longest time was controlled by the SAD, think might even still be. How does that square?
No, absolutely. In fact, one of my fellow panelists right now, the good Mr. Sirsa, was there yesterday on Navika's show, and I asked him. I put him in a corner and he was evasive. He did not answer my question. I asked him that on June 11, 2019, he actually said Bhindranwale was not a terrorist, that he was working for upholding Sikhs. And he said that the center must apologize for Operation Blue Star. So, the point is, politics mein, hamam mein, sab nange hain. The only thing is, politicians are scared to vouch for what they said. So
are you saying that,
for Mr. Sirsa to,
are you saying this is now a competition between those who are completely, sort of, to use a loose word, starkers in the hammam, and those that might have a fig leaf? And now everyone is running around trying to say who's got, a modicum of more cover. Okay, let me bring in the BJP national spokesperson Manjinder Singh Sirsa. Mr. Sirsa, do you believe that Bhindranwale is a terrorist? Do you believe that there should be a photograph for Mr. Bhindranwale in one of the most influential areas, the Golden Temple? Also, of course, that the SGPC, that the Akalis held, have ruled and, have presided over with the BJP. They never removed any of this. So what does that mean? Were you also Khalistani sympathizers?
It is very easy to say on a TV channel whether you are sympathizer, whether you are terrorist. It's very easy to say, Rahul.
But your party has been saying it about the AAP. I hold no brief for the AAP. I'm just wanting to ask everyone the fair question. That's all. Hold no brief.
Rahul, if you allow me to speak. Rahul, which you understand, now what is the issue now? The issue is, that is our biggest concern, कि जो पंजाब ने 1980 के दशक के अंदर हालात देखे.
No, sir, Sirsa Sahab, we all know. No one wants, and let me tell you, Times Now is one channel that has always taken on these celebrations every year that happen, marking the anniversary of a terrorist called Bhindranwale. Now, I'm asking you a straight question. You call him a terrorist, we'll move on to the next question, no problems. But you call him one. Because the Congress party today definitely has a Khalistan sympathizer in its ranks. And they also have, let me tell you, a hate monger in Uttar Pradesh that poses right next to and right with Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. So I'm asking you a straight question. I'm not getting into whataboutery. I don't really care. I'm asking you a straight question.
You must not care.
Is Mr. Bhindranwale a terrorist? Yes, no.
I'm not here to care about you. I'm about to care about my nation. I am to care about my people.
Is he a terrorist? Yes or no, sir?
I said I'm not here to care about you, Mr. Rahul.
No, I'm asking you, sir. If you care about your nation, was Bhindranwale a terrorist? Yes or no?
If your question is only that you won't force me to say anything, it is not about that.
Mr. Sirsa, is he a terrorist? Yes or no?
Not about yes or no. Okay, let it be. Whatever you want to say, do whatever you want to say.
Tell me, sir.
Amazing.
Because if you can't answer this question, how can you ask Aam Aadmi Party any questions?
So you don't want people to answer here?
Unbelievable.
Why you want to put the Punjab onto fire again? That is what I'm
asking you. Then clearly come out and say that Bhindranwale is a terrorist. It's simple. You'll kill the argument there and then with one blow.
That's what Aam Aadmi Party is doing, and the same thing is you are
I'm
doing.
asking you, sir, should an anniversary be observed every year? Every year, should it be observed honoring a terrorist called Bhindranwale? Just say yes or no. I'm not asking you very complicated questions.
It is not a complicated, much be complicated for you. It is not. But I must tell you one thing. If you want to put Punjab into fire, it's up to you. But I'm not here to do that. It's for my country, it's for my nation. I stand by my nation, I stand by my country. But this is not the way
I
to put
asked
up a question and say,
simple question.
what if,
does he stand by what he said in 2019? That Bhindranwale was not a terrorist. He was with SAD then. Now he's with BJP. Mr. Sirsa, the good Mr. Sirsa, and I'm being very polite. Why do I mean, I'm not being rude, Mr. Sirsa. You're a politician, and as a common citizen, I asked you a question. Today as well, you haven't answered that question. Was Bhindranwale a terrorist or not?
अगर आपका पर्पस ये है कि हम पंजाब की पीस एंड हार्मनी को किसी तरीके डिस्टर्ब करें, तो मिस्टर आनंद रंगनाथन, मेरा पर्पस वो नहीं है.
Right.
You should understand.
So Bhindranwale created peace, unified. Is it Punjab? What? Listen. Let's grow up a little bit, sir. Please, let's not go down this road. I don't want to have this. Look, this whataboutery must end. This whataboutery must end, sir. This whataboutery must end immediately, please. It must end. You can't have a conversation like this.
Prabhakaran was a terrorist.
Hafiz Saeed is a terrorist.
Yes. If I say that, am I destabilizing Tamil Nadu? What are you saying?
But if we say Hafiz Saeed is a terrorist, we might actually end up destabilizing Pakistan on a right note. But nonetheless, look, viewers, the reason why I'm doing this debate tonight, the reason I'm doing it, I don't hold a candle for the Aam Aadmi Party. I hold no candle for any political party. I'm doing this debate because it's telling us something about where our political discourse is headed, viewers. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. There are 101 issues to be discussed in Punjab. Not some poet who comes out, makes a statement, and it becomes a national war cry. I mean, are we going to grow up or not? And the Aam Aadmi Party actually should have been here. It should have been on this show, viewers, to make unequivocal statements. It shouldn't be hiding from you, the viewer. The questions are being asked. They could have asked the same question today of Mr. Sirsa or Sanjay Jha. Let me ask Sanjay Jha. Let me ask him. Mr. Jha, do you believe that Moosewala should be in the Congress party?
Well, I mean, Rahul, the simple answer to your question is that anybody who speaks in a manner that is willfully provocative...
Sir, get to the point. Get to the point. Should Moosewala be in the Congress? Yes or no?
Well, I mean, I cannot comment on it. That's for the Congress party to comment on it.
Okay, let me ask you. As a commentator, disenfranchised by the Congress because you speak truth to power, and you certainly did to 10 Janpath, I want to ask you a simple question. Do you believe Mr. Sidhu should have hugged General Bajwa and called him all that he called him? Do you believe he should call Imran Khan a Greek Adonai and celebrate him as a upholder of human values? Simple question, Mr. Jha.
The answer is a very categorical, explicit no. I can tell you something. Sidhu may have been a cricketer, a fellow cricketer along with Imran Khan, but you got to know it absolutely unequivocally no. Absolutely. No debate on that.
Okay. So let me now ask Mr. Sirsa this question once again. Pakistan had a hand in foisting terrorism in Punjab. They are the ones who are destabilizing. I'm sure, Mr. Sirsa, for you, General Bajwa is a terrorist. Is he or is he not? Or by calling him that, will we destabilize Punjab?
All I feel that you have some agenda in your mind.
There's no agenda, sir. My agenda is truth.
This is very
What agenda can I have? Asking you to take a position against General Bajwa? Yes, I have an agenda. I want my country, sir, every Indian to speak out against General Bajwa, that genocidal maniac who wears five stars on his epaulette and pretends to be a general. I want you to say General Bajwa is a terrorist. Can you say it?
नहीं listen, आप मेरे को टॉन्ट करके पूछेंगे, मुझे बेइज्जत करने के लिए आपने बुलाया तो आपकी मर्जी है, मैं ऐसा आदमी नहीं हूँ.
Don't take it personally, Mr. Sirsa. I'm only asking you questions.
नहीं राहुल, आप टॉन्ट करके क्यों पूछते हैं?
नहीं, मैं बेइज्जती कहाँ कर रहा हूँ सर? मैं आपसे एक सवाल पूछ रहा हूँ. Should we stand with India or should we stand with Khalistan or Pakistan or who? I'm asking you. Just take a position.
नहीं आप सिख को टॉन्ट करके इसलिए हमारी
I'm asking you a question. Sanjay Jha, 1 minute. I'm asking you a question tonight. Look, viewers.
राहुल आप मेरे को अगर आपने तय कर लिया मेरे को बोलने में नहीं देना, बोलेंगे भी
आप 10 मिनट बोलिए सर, जवाब तो दे दीजिए clear terms में. I respect you, sir. You know we've had great associations in the past, but I need you to give me a clear answer. I'm one of those anchors, sir, who seeks clear answers from everybody. I'm not one of those namby-pamby chaps who hangs around and waits on the sidelines and allows whataboutery. That's not me. So I'm asking you, sir, you can come after 3 minutes to the answer, but please answer my question. Do you believe that Bhindranwale is a terrorist? And first, most importantly, do you believe that General Bajwa is a terrorist?
In between, can I tell Mr. Sirsa?
1 second. Sanjay Jha, 1 second, please. Time is for Mr. Sirsa. He wants to speak. Yeah.
राहुल, तुम्हारा पर्पस मुझे नहीं अभी भी समझ में आ रहा. एक पंजाब बहुत मुश्किल से शांत प्रदेश बना, इसके लिए बहुत लंबी लड़ाई लड़नी पड़ी और 20,000 से ज्यादा नौजवान पंजाब में मारे गए, और आप दोबारा से होगा. अगर पाकिस्तान को आप पंजाब के साथ क्यों मिलाना चाहते हो, पाकिस्तान को मेरे साथ मिला के क्यों बात करना चाहते हैं? सबको पता है जनरल बाजवा एक आतंकवादी हो, मेरे से मुंह से आप उसकी बात को जोड़कर क्यों किसी के साथ दिखाना चाहते हैं? व्हाट इज योर पर्पस? नो, द ओनली थिंग इज आई थिंक यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड वन थिंग. अगर आप नहीं समझना चाहते तो आपकी मर्जी है, और आपके पीछे क्या इंटेंशन है मुझे नहीं पता, पर मैं अपनी भावना आपके साथ जरूर व्यक्त करना चाहता हूँ. कई बार इस यहाँ पे बीजेपी और अकाली दल का अलायंस भी क्यों हुआ, एक हिंदू सिख का अलायंस था. ये हमें मानना चाहिए कि पंजाब के अंदर बहुत आग लग चुकी थी और एक इतना हेट बन चुका था हिंदू और सिख के बीच में. ये रियलिटी है, इसको माने या ना माने. हिंदू सिख का दुश्मन था, सिख हिंदू का दुश्मन था. ये बहुत मुश्किल से गैप भरना शुरू हुआ और ये गैप भरते भरते 30 साल लग गए. अब आज की हम जब कोई भी ऐसी बात रखते हैं, आज क्यों चिंता कर रहे हैं आम आदमी पार्टी की बात की? इसलिए चिंता कर रहे हैं कि दोबारा से ऐसे लोगों को उभार कर दोबारा से ऐसे सेंटिमेंट उबार कर कहीं दोबारा से पंजाब उन हालातों में ना पहुंच जाए। तो मैं तो आपसे हाथ जोड़कर एक आग्रह कर सकता हूं, आप मानेंगे या नहीं मानेंगे वो आपकी मर्जी है। आप एक बहुत जिम्मेवार टीवी चलाते हैं और एक बहुत जिम्मेवार एडिटर भी हैं।
तभी मैं आपसे ये सवाल पूछे जा रहा हूं बार बार।
करने देंगे बात, आप बोल आपकी मर्जी है।
ठीक है, एक मिनट, गिव मी 30 सेकंड्स।
आप अकेले बोले, नहीं आप अकेले बोले।
अब आपने बोल दिया, आपने समझा दिया कि हिंदू सिख। नाउ लेट मी टेल यू व्यूअर्स,
देयर वाज नहीं देने चाहते। योर ओनली पर्पस इज आई थिंक कि ये आम आदमी पार्टी ने यहाँ तो आपको आज भेजा है कि तुम ऐसी बात करो ताकि हमारे से बात उतर के किसी और की तरफ जाए। इफ योर पर्पस इज दिस राहुल, मैं आपको हेल्प नहीं कर पाऊंगा।
Great sir, great sir, great. You see viewers, I just want to say, when I ask the Congress the tough questions, they say that I'm biased. When I ask the BJP the tough questions, they say I'm a journalist who is being sponsored by X and Y. So I must be doing a pretty good job. The point is, viewers, the point is, let me tell you this. We are talking about serious issue here. Serious issue. Dr. Raman, I want to bring you in. Dr. Ranganathan, I want to bring you in. Dr. Ranganathan first and Dr. Raman right after. And I want to then make a very important point tonight, viewers. Dr. Ranganathan, yes.
No, but this makes me very sad, Rahul, because here is a party that is, quote-unquote, ruling India, that is supposed to be a nationalist party, that is supposed to fight for the nation, that is supposed to identify very clearly who is against India and who is for India, who is a terrorist and who is not. They have called A to Z everyone terrorist who has been against India, who has killed Indians, who has killed Hindus, who has killed Muslims. They are very clear. This is why they stand and they win votes. So this saddens me that the same BJP is refusing, capital refusing, to answer whether Bhindranwale, who killed thousands of people, who nearly decapitated India, took away Punjab. For 10 years, we really thought Punjab was lost until KPS bill came along. It is so sad for me to see this, that a party that is at the center is refusing to answer whether Bhindranwale was a terrorist or not. It is unbelievable. With what faith are they siding Aam Aadmi Party? With what faith?
Well, and let me tell you, viewers, it's quite simple. If you're going to probe Kejriwal for having links with someone who is not a terrorist, then how does that make him a terrorist? Sympathizer. So that's the specific question that needs to be asked. Now, I want to bring in Dr. Sumansi Raman. Dr. Raman, look, first of all, Dr. Ranganathan, I just want to ask you very quickly before you are asked on Twitter, has Kejriwal coached you and sent you here, or have you been also slipped a couple of rupees?
Kejriwal is like the water table of Gurgaon, Rahul. Every new day, you have to dig deeper to strike common sense. So if he has sent me, I don't want to even finish that sentence.
Okay. Dr. Raman, should the Aam Aadmi Party have been on this debate? Simple question, and face the nation. Simple question.
No, I think that they have done the right job by not sending a representative, simply because it would be adding some kind of legitimacy to what Mr. Kejriwal himself has called.
No, but it's a question that is agitating the people.
Rahul,
why shouldn't he? No, why shouldn't he have not sent a person? I'm asking you.
No, Rahul, it is agitating people 3 days before a crucial election in which his party is the front runner. Isn't that really strange? And this relates.
It doesn't matter, sir. It doesn't matter. All I'm saying is, if you swear by democracy, look, one second, Dr. Raman, are you trying to tell me that in elections, everyone responds to only factual statements? No.
Not at all. 1 minute.
Then
this relates
it's very
to
simple.
2017. 1 minute. This charge is not. This is not the first time this charge is coming. This charge was made before earlier also, that he was hobnobbing, and then they said that he
didn't shy away from sending people to. He didn't shy away from sending people to TV debates to answer that. He in fact held a press conference himself. He could have easily sent people to a TV debate and answered this in black and white terms.
No, 1 second. He stayed.
Dr. Raman, you can't defend this point. Now you can't defend this point, because I'm going to now say that you've also been sponsored. You've also been sponsored. Now that doesn't work.
I've been tearing the Aam Aadmi Party to shreds, and you can look at my Twitter timeline, which actually.
Okay, look, viewers, I have a very firm line on this. I have a very firm line on this, viewers, and we draw a line. at certain things. The BJP should never have tied up with the PDP in Kashmir. I have a very firm line on that. And if they had to, then it should have been on their terms. Number two, the BJP must also take a firm position against the major sponsor of terror in Punjab. Nobody there has sympathies for a person who spread hate. Let me tell you, nothing will be destabilized, viewers. Nothing. In fact, if we start a movement, every political party comes out and says this, those terrorists will have nowhere to hide. Let me tell you that. They'll have nowhere to hide. They'll be isolated, identified. And three, the Aam Aadmi Party should have sent somebody to come out and field this question. They would have done a good job, I presume, in their own defense. Not having done so doesn't endear them to those who will build conspiracies. They should have been here to answer. I think I've been very, very fair across the board, viewers. We should talk about substantive issues. Take a short break. We're right back.